Hey guys, welcome back to 9mm Ridge. Today we have the new Smith & Wesson CSX. No? The new Smith & Wesson CSX. The new Smith & Wesson CSX. There we go. Now, this little guy is actually really cool. It's a 1911 style micro compact. So it is hammer fired, which is kind of interesting for a micro compact series. It has ambidextrous everything except for the mag release, which they come with a left-handed mag release, which you can just swap out. It comes in the package. And then very nice features. It has little serrations on the top for minimalizing glare. Just a 3-dot white sight there, and then ambidextrous safety, and then a really nice flat trigger, which is kind of its biggest downfall so far, according to all the other reviews out there. I haven't had that problem really like everyone else has. Maybe it's just my sample specifically, but I do notice it just a little bit. So I'm going to show you what I'm talking about there. So as far as the trigger goes, it has a really nice clean break. So here's your pull, has that little kind of like Glockish style safety right there. Here's your pull, which is a really nice trigger pull, and then reset right there. So a lot of people have a problem with a false reset on these, where you pull out, see, mine didn't do it, where you pull out a little bit and then there it goes. But it really, mine doesn't really do that. I can feel it when it clicks out. So I don't know if it's just my sample or what, but I actually really like this trigger on this particular firearm. I know Hickok 45 said he would not recommend it to anybody. I don't know. I've been really enjoying shooting it. It's very accurate, and it's almost the same size as, well, actually it is kind of the same size as the SIG P365X. So you can see the dimensions there. They're about the same width, about the same length as well, with that beaver tail on there. They're almost identical. It's a little bit lower profile. If you line those up, the slides, they're just a little bit higher on the 365, just a little bit, but not by much. They're almost the same, but this is all metal, versus that has a polymer grip on it. So we're going to test this out. I have 4 different styles, not 4 different styles, but 4 different types of ammunition for it today. I have some steel cased ammo, some aluminum cased ammo, and then I also have just some standard brass right there. This is 124 grains. The steel and aluminum are 115. And then I also have 148 grain, or yeah, 147 grain Fiocchi ammo. So we're going to test these out and see how well they do in the Smith & Wesson CSX. All right, first we're going to start off with the 124 grain ammo. Now you can watch my first video on this gun. I started with 115, so we're going to start with 124 on this one and just see how well it performs in it. Now, I always like to wear tryout gloves, especially on a new CCW, just to see how well it performs with that trigger. Now this trigger seems to do quite well. It doesn't stick when you release it. Some triggers will actually stick to your glove after you pull it, and then that's no good in my opinion. You know, because if it's winter and you have to wear gloves, or if you're working, it's nice to know that your firearm is actually going to fire if you have gloves on. So let's give this a test run. 124 grain right there. Ooh, that's stiff. There we go. All right, let's see how well it performs. I'm going to go center of the target. So quite well. This little gun shoots really, really well. Like I said, I don't know if it's my gun. I don't have any problem with this trigger at all. So maybe mine's just special. All right, so let's go with the aluminum cased 115 grain ammo. See how that one does. Now this is a 10 round magazine. Does come with a 12 as well, depending on your state. So let's try this out. Very nice. So far, no problems at all. That's actually really good grouping. Someone made fun of me on my other video for saying pattern. You know, sometimes when you do videos, you kind of forget. You forget a few things, but that's okay. That is really good grouping for a 9mm. We're about 15 feet back. So let's move on, and we're going to try the steel case ammo 115 grain. All right, next up we have the 115 grain steel case ammo. It's just some cheaper junk ammo. It's I don't really like it, but it shoots fine for cheap ammunition. So let's see how it does in this CSX here. All right, 10 rounds. No gloves this time. They perform just flawlessly with gloves, so that's a big plus. All right, we're going to center the target again. Whew. Just perfect. So far, so good. So let's try out 147 grain. This one is from Fiocchi. We'll give that one a try here. See how well that one does. Very easy to manipulate the safety on it, which is pretty cool. So I can just hit that with the side of my thumb. That's really nice. And then slide lock is very accessible as well. The grip feels really, really good on this. It's a little bit thicker than the 365, which is kind of nice because you get a better grip, so you have better performance. You're not really trying to readjust as much compared to some of those little snappier firearms. All right, let's try this 147 grain Fiocchi and see how well it does here. All right, no problems at all. And that's a very good grouping. We're about a 5-inch with a few flyers here and there. Not too bad considering, different ammunition types and grainage. So Smith & Wesson CSX, very fun little gun to shoot. Now let's do some faster shooting with it and see how well that trigger feels when we're actually firing quicker. All right, we got 10 rounds of 124 grain, which is my favorite grainage to shoot. I really like 124 grain. Let's try this out, see how well it does. We're gonna do a little speed shooting, see if it does okay with that trigger. All right, here we go. All right, so I didn't miss a bunch, but that's besides the point. That trigger feels fine for me, so I don't know what everyone else is having a problem with. I don't feel any false reset. I never did when I started this. Or not started this, but I never did when I first got this either. So I don't know. Let's try that out again, just to show you one more time. There's your pull, your wall, reset. Really short reset. It's actually a really nice trigger. Boom. Yeah, so I don't feel that. I don't feel that at all. So let's try something else. This is the 12-round magazine loaded up with a mix of everything I have. Unfortunately, I forgot to bring my hollow points today to show you guys. I have shot a couple different types of hollow point through here, Spear and Hornady. They worked fine, no issues at all. This is a mix of everything that I brought today. So we're gonna try that out next and see how well that performs. Just shooting a little faster and see if I can stay on target better this time. These little guns do have quite a bit of recoil. Not really recoil, just more snappy. They're a little harder to keep on target compared to a full size, but you can with more practice. They're not too big a deal. But let's give this a try and see how well this mixed ammo does. All right. That's no problem. It works great. Smith & Wesson CSX. Guys, thanks for sticking with me today, doing some ammo testing and checking out the new Smith & Wesson CSX. Give you a nice close-up shot there. Focus. It's a beautiful little gun. I really like the serrations in the front and back. That does, it is nice with those little serrations on the top for glare. And then There's that little flat face trigger. It's all steel, stainless steel slide, aluminum body on it. And then the only thing I don't like, I guess I should mention this, to break this down, it's kind of funky. I think it's also a little behind the times as far as cleaning your weapon goes. This actually has a pin right there. You have to get it in a specific little groove because there's two little cutouts right here in the front. Focus on that. There's two little cutouts right there, and you just have to line, you have to pull it back just a little bit, and then from the opposite side, just get a little punch, and you push it, and then this side will pop out and it'll slide off. It's not too big a deal, but like I said, with all the different firearms out there that are so easy to take apart and clean, I kind of wish they would have done a little better job of being able to take this apart. But other than that, I actually really like it. The grip is great. It's interchangeable backstrap on it. Large and kind of like a medium. This is the larger right there. Feels really nice in your hand. Just very comfortable. So I like the larger one. Has a little bit of gripping on the front. Kind of a weird smooth on the handle there, which isn't a big deal. I don't personally mind it. Some people in other videos have said I don't really like it. But honestly, I think it looks kind of good. It kind of looks like a, you know, like a real 1911 but in mini size. So guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit that like button at the bottom. Subscribe if you haven't already, and keep watching. I love you guys. Have a great day.